Hello everybody, Sword here with another StarCraft 2 video, and it looks like I'm going to be playing a TvT. I don't really remember what happens in this game. I played it fairly recently, and the title of the replay is Cast This. So I'm going to cast this. I'm going to be playing on my Never Glad account. Never Glad meaning Never Gladiator, meaning I've never been a gladiator in World of Warcraft. If you guys don't know what that means, since you only watch my StarCraft content. Gladiator is the rank that the top 0.5% of players get at the end of a season, and they're pretty good players. So it's kind of like the Grandmaster in StarCraft 2, if you want to put it in perspective. There is also the top 1 player of a or rank 1 players is what we call them, that get a special gladiator title at the end of a season. And the title of that they get is dependent on the season. So for instance, for season 1 for Burning Crusade, you will get the Infernal Gladiator title, and that will be permanent, which is pretty cool because most of the time the title ends and you get your title removed every season. Just kind of like in StarCraft 2, you lose your Grandmaster every season as well. So it looks like this TvT is going to be going down. I'm going to be going for a 2-gas. I like that play out of me. My SCV is going to be trapped in here forever, so he's just going to be trying to get the SCV kill, but unable to do so. Looks like there's going to be a bit of a repair on this SCV, so I'm probably not going to be able to get the kill. Just being as annoying as possible since this SCV is kind of dead. I do like the 2-gas on this type of map though, mainly because there is a flat low ground, which means the Reaper Hellion can do a decent amount of damage. Almost get the kill, charge. I mean, if nothing else, we are doing some harass. Almost get it. Oh, we are so close. We forced out a lot of micro on his end though. And look at this. He's not producing SCVs. He's not dropping a mule. And I want to say it's because of our beautiful harassment. Look, he's not even starting up an SCV yet. Throwing down another supply depot. So yeah, pretty good. Almost got the SCV. Made him mess up his micro a little bit. Or his macro, I should say. And he's going to be throwing down a starport on my side of the map. So against early pressure, or just pressure in general, I personally, as a player, have a hard time with it because I don't know why. I'm just not very good at it. I have a hard time splitting up units very well, and it's something that I could definitely work on in my own play, and we'll see how well I can defend this. Putting my Reapers on top of the ramp here just to try and get a few extra hits in. Going to only have 2 Reapers, and I'm almost certain that's because I messed up because I was I was microing this SCV so hard, so I didn't start one of my Reapers, which is I delayed my own stuff and I delayed his stuff, so it was a net 0. In the meantime, it looks like the Cyclone is not going to be able to lock on and get a full kill. And because there is a Cyclone, I'm just going to be poking in and poking out, realizing can't really do too much since the Cyclone pretty much counters all my units, especially with the couple of Hellions that he does have. Liberator is going to be out and going to be coming into our main base. The Cyclone from my end is not quite done yet, and the Liberator is going to be attacking my main base. I do react in time and pull the SCVs away. He's going to be unsieging and going away. My Cyclone is going to be out and going to be locking on, unable to get the kill on the Cyclone. In the meantime, in my natural expansion, looks like there are 2 Cyclones and a handful of Reapers, which is very, very scary. I should probably lift off my orbital command. In the meantime, it looks like the Liberator is going to be coming back in, but because I didn't select all army for once in my life, the Cyclone is going to be able to get the kill. And because we were able to get the kill, we can bring the Cyclone down into the natural expansion. In terms of workers killed, he's killed off 5. We did kill off the Cyclone. He's done a fair amount of damage to my natural expansion. If I can get the lock on And actually that was pretty well played by me. I don't think that was on purpose, but we sent the Marines first, which allowed the which made his Cyclone not lock onto my Cyclone, which allowed me to get the kill, which was pretty good. We lost, like I said earlier, 5 SCVs, but definitely not the end of the world, especially since we are still even on workers. It looks like he sacrificed some of his own economy to get out that early pressure, and he is following it up with 3 CCs, so he should be able to catch up in terms of economic damage pretty early, or pretty quickly here. My siege tank going to be picking off a Reaper that he does have, and he's going to actually build a tech lab right here and start Raven production. I believe I do know that it is proxy kill, so I was like, wow, that's a really fast Liberator, but I'm not entirely sure. We are continuing to produce the SCVs though pretty well, so we do have a slight economic advantage for the time being. Going to be swapping my factory out. I personally like getting the reactor on the starport instead of swapping it onto the reactor over here. Although it is kind of awkward since you have one barracks producing reactor marines and one producing a reactor. And they could just straight up be Vikings, and Vikings are just great overall. Especially in early game TvT because you don't really want to stim because you don't really have combat shields, and siege tanks just do a lot of damage to Marines if they don't have both combat shields and stim pack. Going to be coming in with this small force that I normally do. Has a handful of Marines and 3 siege tanks and 2 Ravens. This is the push I normally do to try and pressure a third base if they do take it. So I'm not entirely sure why I pushed over here. I think I wanted to see if he had his third base over here instead of the triangle base, which is more common. And because of it, we are going to be sneaking into his natural expansion. Looks like he's going to be coming in with a handful of Cyclones, and it does look like he has mag build accelerator, so he's probably going to be going into a mech follow-up. And because of it, it looks like we are going to be in a really good position. We killed off a good amount of Cyclones there. He has to bring in all the SCVs, and I should be placing down some turrets. Wasn't able to get all the turrets down before one of the Ravens goes down, but it looks like we got a lot of SCV kills right there, and my opponent decides to call GG. I think the reason why I wanted to cast this was because I was proud of myself, because, you know, I have a hard time defending, but this time, for once in my life, I didn't use the all army hotkey and bring my Cyclone out of position when I knew there was a Liberator coming. I'm proud of me. Go me. I mean, there's things that I could have obviously improved on. I feel like my third CC was a little bit late. I feel like it should have probably already have been landed by this point. And plus one, it was not. I mean, like, look, there's only the +1 armor started, so I mean, I could talk about things I could work on all day. But it was a pretty fun game. I was definitely happy because it felt like I was improving a bit. Hope you guys all enjoyed it. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys later.